Well, just last week was the news of the ban or the suspended licenses of 6 universities in the country by the National Universities Commission. We joined this morning by Dr. Ayobami Owolabi, Director of Corporate Affairs, Lead City University. Well, good to have you join us this morning.
Thank you.
Your university is one of those that was axed, or should I say suspended, by NUC?
Yeah, the operating license was purportedly suspended.
Purportedly?
By the National University.
In other words, you didn't get a letter from them?
Not at all. No single communication.
Concerning that, but afterwards, after that particular announcement, we've had about 2 letters from them. They didn't refer to the announcement at all.
What were the reasons for the suspension?
Yeah, the reasons are there in the public domain. We got to know about that particular announcement or the purported suspension on the media airwaves and in the newspapers.
You still call it purported, despite the fact that you received communication to that effect?
On the airwaves.
But you said right after that announcement, a couple of days later, you got letters.
We got letters, but not, those letters do not have any link with the purported suspension.
What did the letters say?
The first letter, it was a response to the letter that the governors of our university wrote to the National University Commission concerning the visitation panel that is being set up by the Chancellor of the university. And we requested for a nominee of the NUC. And we got their own response just on Thursday. This is the letter they wrote us. The National University Commission nominating one Professor Andrew A. Ekoja to be part of a visitation panel instituted by our own university because it's statutory, exercise. Later on, just yesterday, we received another mail from the National University Commission inviting us to an exhibition, an educational exhibition. There is no reference to that purported suspension of license. We had 2 correspondences now. Let me tell you, you cannot give what you don't have. The National University Commission, under the leadership of Okoje, and Professor Julius Okoje, does not have the power to withdraw license or to even suspend license. It is the responsibility of the Federal Executive Council who can grant, withdraw, or suspend university license.
It is who again? What did you say?
The Federal Executive Council.
That has the
authority. You can check the laws of NUC, establishing the act establishing the NUC. They don't have that power.
To suspend.
To suspend. The function of the National University Commission is to regulate, and it's quite adversary. That is the truth.
So when you're done, I mean, you have said that their function is to regulate.
Regulate.
So when they come around to universities and they see that they're not conforming with certain things, what are they to do? They're to advise the Federal Executive Council?
There is a procedure. Let's take this way. There's a procedure for suspending or withdrawal of university license. If there is an anomaly in a particular university, the NUC will write the Minister of Education concerning the anomaly. The Minister of Education will not write the proprietor of that university indicating the anomaly. And the visitor of that university, maybe the chancellor, will now institute a panel, a visitation panel, to look at that supposed anomaly. And that visitor will now report to the minister. If the minister is satisfied with the report, that is the end of the matter. If the minister is not satisfied with that report, the minister will now raise another visitation panel to that university, an independent visitation panel to that university. The outcome of that panel will be what the minister will now take to the Federal Executive Council, who takes decision.
What's the content of the letter you received? Because according to...
We've not received any letter till date.
But you said you received a letter.
And we received the letter. In fact, they had the announcement on Wednesday last week. On Thursday, we received this in response to an initial letter we wrote to them concerning our own visitation, which were instituted by our chancellor. Just yesterday, this is another mail from the NUC no reference to the purported suspension.
Because the universities, 7 of them, Madonna University, Caritas University, Achievers University, your own, Leeds City University, Auburn University, Joseph Ayo Babalola University, and Tansian. Well, according to the spokesperson of the NUC, Ibrahim Yakasai, that's a quote from him here. He said, the operators of the universities affected know their offenses, like your school, so you know your offense, because so many times we have informed them about their failings, but they did not take necessary steps to address the shortcomings.
I think that is a big lie, and that is what the public, has been fed with. Okoye lies to everybody, even to the people in authority. And until
is there an issue with the leadership or with the commission?
I will say that I want to speak for Leicester University. Leicester University has no problem whatsoever with the National Universities Commission.
But you just said the NUC
we have problem with the Executive Secretary of the National University Commission.
Who is?
Professor Julius Okoye. Because he runs that commission as a sole administrator.
Okay, now we also have a quote from, I don't know if this is from you, it says from the Director of Communication, Dr. Ayo Owolabi. He says that the NUC did not inform the institution of any wrongdoing. You also say that the action of the regulatory body was in contempt of the court, as an earlier judgment obtained by the institution against the NUC had ordered it not to interrupt the activities of the university. Have you at any point in time, or had you obtained a court injunction stopping the NUC from interrupting your activities as an institution?
Thank you very much. For quite some time now, we'll be having a running battle with the National Universities Commission, particularly with Professor Julius Okoye.
Okay.
Concerning our law faculty. Our law faculty was duly accredited. We have documents, and those are the court documents that the court saw.
Was duly accredited by who?
By the National Universities Commission.
Okay.
In 2008. And later, okay, he sent us a letter that will indicate the status of that particular faculty. In fact, at that point in time, we presented two faculties, 2 programs, biochemistry and law. So in that letter, he now said he's voiding the accreditation of our law faculty because Council of Legal Education was not part of the team that came for accreditation. And we said, no, we are not party to the constitution of the panel. It is your responsibility. You should take responsibility if there is a party that should be part of that team that was not part of that team. And that was what we said. And at the end of the day, a graduate of that faculty took NUC to court and joined the university. Reverend Ali joined the university. After 2 years, we got a judgment. Just last year, July last year, we got a judgment. And the judgment says that the Leicester University Faculty of Law is accredited, recognized. And within 60 days, that Okoye should see to it that the graduates of that faculty are mobilized for the law school. Almost a year now, Professor Julius Okoye, without any stay of execution. Even the one the lawyers said they wanted to get from the court was thrown out. Without any stay of execution, he has not abided with the rules of the court. We are talking about rule of law here. We are talking about the fact that we should always, obey the rules,
Is your
the
university
laws.
still in session?
Yes. No, we are through with second semester examination. The students are home now. They are on holidays.
Well,
But
the
university
implication of this suspension, which you said is purported suspension, means that you won't be admitting for 2012, 2013, right?
That's why I said what you don't have, you cannot give. He does not have that power. He just wants to create a feeling of dissatisfaction amidst stakeholders.
It's
not possible.
It's interesting that you say he doesn't have the power, because we also recall that sometime this year the NUC suspended 2 programs, or about 3 of them, in the University of Abuja, and the students had to cry to the Minister for Education. We remember that she had a session with the students and the Vice Chancellor, where she openly reprimanded the Vice Chancellor for not putting certain things in place so that the NUC could have accredited those programs.
Thank you. In terms of regulation,
yes,
you can suspend program. You can approve program. That is the responsibility of NUC. You can suspend license. NUC cannot suspend license.
Okay, so
there is a due process for suspension of license.
Okay, so your problem right now is a suspension of licenses. Not that the NUC has no power to put any punitive measures in place to
NUC could, in terms of regulation, they have the power. But in terms of withdrawal or whatever, there is a precedent.
It's suspension, not withdrawal. They haven't withdrawn your license.
I'm talking about, it could be suspension, it could be withdrawal, it could be granting. NUC is not even responsible for granting of license. It is the Federal Executive Council that is responsible for that. And that you could see even when we were about to start our university. We were in the league of Bells University, Jabu, not even Jabu then, and because of its animosity towards our university, they delayed our license. We could not go into December 2004 as
because
others.
Of whose animosity?
Professor Julius Okoye.
Towards your university?
Yes, because at that point in time, he was the chairman Scopo, Standing Committee on Private University. That is the committee that is responsible for the standing responsibility of looking at the facilities of proposed university.
So the animosity between yourself and the executive secretary of the NUC started way
even before the commencement of the university, when he was still the Scopo chairman, because he never believed in the ownership of that university. Because he thought a professor like himself cannot even establish a university.
Okay, so it seems that for Leeds City University at least, the problem with the NUC seems to run a little deeper.
Yeah, because it's not the problem with the commission, it's the problem with the leadership, with Okoye, Professor Julius Okoye.
The reason I have asked this, I mean, when I asked you about the injunction was because you have said that the NUC has no power to suspend licenses, yet you try to obtain a court injunction that stops the NUC from interrupting activities.
Not even injunction. I'm not talking about injunction here. I'm talking about court judgment concerning our law faculty.
It was concerning.
And even that pronouncement is contemptuous of the court.
This statement is not from you then. This statement is saying that the action of the regulatory body was in contempt of the court as an earlier judgment obtained by the institution against the NUC had ordered it not to interrupt the activities.
Yes.
Interrupt the activities of the university. It did not mention anything about law faculty.
Yes, it's by extension, because he can wake up one day and come up with another exercise. It's glaring to everybody now. That's, let me tell you, Leeds City University is the target of Professor Julius Okoye, not any other one. It's just a ruse. I read in the newspapers yesterday that one of those affected universities has, made a public declaration that they are abiding with the rules and all that, and they have stopped admission, they have stopped operation. Even look at the title of that announcement, suspension, and look at the content of that announcement. He says suspension of licenses, and you look at the content. He now says the purpose of this particular announcement is that the affected university should not admit in this current session. The essence is to demarcate some people. Yes.
Would you also say that, before now, we know that the NUC sometimes, with the process of accreditation, they approve certain courses with provisions that subsequently certain facilities will be put in place that will make those courses finally acceptable to both the lecturers and even the students themselves. With any of their visitation panels, when they come to Leeds City University, have they disapproved of certain facilities, or saying that you guys haven't moved as you should concerning certain courses?
And the Leeds City University has full accreditation in all our programs. I'll tell you, check the NUC website. It's there. Check the NUC website. You look at the summary accreditation exercise in 2008, 2009, 2010. And we will not be due, all our programs will not be due for re-accreditation until 2014. So what are we talking about? Except for our biochemistry, which we got a letter from NUC, even this time around, that biochemistry will be due for reaccreditation by October this year.
Isn't that why it's so difficult for
By
anyone
October this year.
for anyone to believe you when you say you have an issue with the headship, or the headship and the ownership? There seem to be an issue because if the headship has not even influenced the decisions of the committee that have come, the accreditation committee, to the extent that they have accredited almost all your courses and departments. So why still say that you have an issue with him?
Because the people he sent to us were people with integrity. And we told them the issues we have with him, so that they should be very, very careful.
It's very interesting.
I mean, because if he has
They should be
issues,
very
if he's out to
Yes.
nail your university, then he should be sending people that will do his bidding. But he has not done that.
Yeah, but he has been able to do that in a surreptitious manner.
No, but you just said that you have your accreditation for
Yes,
all the courses.
take the case of our law faculty. Let me tell you, this matter is even.
No, I mean, if your law faculty hasn't met standards for it to get the accreditation, then it shouldn't get it.
Let me explain to you. We are not talking about not having facilities here. The accreditation team came. There is a report. There is a judgment concerning this thing, a federal high court judgment. The accreditation team, the reason he gave for voiding that exercise was the fact that he said Council of Legal Education should be part of that team, and they didn't come. You know, and that was why he was voiding it. And when we took the matter to court, the court said it does not really matter. The council has its own. The council is a professional body. They can do their own anytime they wish after the normal accreditation. So why are you lumping your own exercise with that of the council? So it's not a matter of that we don't have facilities. Check. Okoye has never been to a university. He lives in Ibadan.
Well, anyway, you should be with the NUC. Well, we actually invited the NUC to come on this program. They have indicated their interest to be here tomorrow to answer to some of these questions, as well as, well, if you say they have not written you, they should be able to tell your university.
Except for the general reasons we have in the newspapers.
No.
And let me also
when they come, they will answer to that and tell us if truly they have given you.
And let me also say this too. Before now, the matter has been with the committee. There's a particular committee in the National Assembly, House of Representatives, a committee on public petition. They've invited us twice for an investigative hearing. Okoye did not turn up. Twice. He sent some people, and we said we need to talk face to face. He never showed up. In fact, we should have been in Abuja yesterday for the third appointment before this announcement.